Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Listen, there may come a buzz in the background because it appears to be a day to cut the grass in the neighborhood. I've been hearing noise for the past hour or two, but we'll just have to deal with it. Got a lot to get done today. I'm going down to Pensacola tomorrow. I got some business. I got to meet with a designer, and I'm going to spend the night and maybe just get out and about a little bit. Once again, if anybody's ever in the area that watches me, let me know. I'm actually going to go down and talk to the brother of an old friend of mine that I've kind of lost touch with. I'm trying to get into bags now, and I'm looking at I'm looking in different sizes and different reasons, different things, just bags in general. But I found this, and I know he makes sails and he makes canvas and stuff. Long story short, that's not the point of the video, but this is a lining in here. This would be a great bag because you could carry anything in it, take it over your shoulder, but it has a lining in there, so if you've got wet stuff or, you know, wet clothes or some food or whatever, it's not going to mess things up. So I'm thinking, see about getting different sizes of these done and maybe making some nice prints on there, you know, with food and what have you. But anyhow, I want to talk today about optimal performance on raw food diet and talk about upping my game. I do videos every day, so if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button now, then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Now, excuse me a second, I just need to take a little sip of smoothie. I went out for a pretty long walk this morning, had some watermelon juice. Now I'm hungry, so it was green smoothie time. Yeah, you know, I just thought I'd flip the script. After talking about my bad habits and mistakes yesterday, I got thinking about it and I said, I do feel really good. There's no way you couldn't convince me to make any drastic changes, but there's always tweaking. And I kind of want to see how I can take it a little bit further and up it, you know, up how I'm feeling. And I think it's just a time thing. Next month will be 6 years. Next month will be 6 years since I took my last drink, and it'll be 6 years since I've been on this roller coaster of I won't say a roller coaster for me, but just not a straight line. I've learned a lot of things on this raw vegan lifestyle, and I just think I haven't made one of those leaps in a while, you know, where I go kind of to another level. I continuously progressing, you know, just slowly marathon, but yeah, I'm ready to up the game a little bit. And as I was thinking about it, I'm like, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? Now, while I'm not obsessed, and I won't become obsessed with, okay, I got to get a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this every day, and worrying about, you know, like every single trace mineral and vitamin and this and that, I would like to kind of start filling in some of the blanks and start doing a little better on getting a little bit of that variety, because a lot of it means just as simple as, okay, for instance, recently, I don't know why, I just kind of lost focus and hadn't been paying much attention to the omega-3 fats. So recently I started adding hemp seeds and chia seeds to my smoothies again. Now, when I go to Pensacola tomorrow, I've got to get some more chia seeds because the chia seeds actually have a better ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. The hemp seeds are better than other fat like avocado and whatever, but they don't have quite the same ratio. But the hemp seeds have good, have that little extra boost of protein. So for going to the gym, I want to add those back in. There was a time, I don't even remember, hasn't been this year, it was last year, well, it was real regular. Almost every day I was having hemp seeds in one of my green smoothies and chia seeds in my other. Don't necessarily say I have to do that, but I want to start getting back to being consistent. I think I am going to get back to having, you know, a serving of chia seeds at least a day, and play with that omega-3 fat, you know, to even that out a little bit. All kind of noises, air conditioner too. Let's see what else. The omega-3s. The green situation, I would like that to be a little bit better. And once again, I just got to do what I got to do. I just don't have access here like I did in Costa Rica when I had the farmers markets. Once again, I just don't have time to grow my greens. I'm running, you know, I'm trying to get this t-shirt business off the ground. It's growing. I've got several different aspects of that. I'm on different I'm setting up to be on like several different platforms online, so I'm staying busy with that. I do the videos, I stay active on social media, so I don't have time to grow. Another thing I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to finally go, and I'm glad I've got like an overnight, so I'll have some time. I'm going to go see my friend at the grow shop where I got my soil and my trays and stuff for my wheatgrass, and see if he can do something for me, or I might possibly grow something if he could give me just some little simple, cheap green setup. Other than that, I'm going to see if maybe he's got some options for me, maybe if he'll grow some stuff for me. I do know a place about 30 minutes from here that I could possibly work something out, but I'm just going to do the best I can on the greens. I'm going to try to eat it, switch it back and forth between the spinach and the kale that I get here, and that's really the only two I have. I don't like to stay on one green. I like to mix them up. I like to mix more than that. When I was in Costa Rica, I got arugula all the time, and Swiss chard, and a number of things. But I'd like to get my greens back up. I kind of got away from, I didn't stop eating them, but I kind of stopped focusing on getting in an amount. And I'm probably never going to get as many greens as I would ideally like to get. I'd probably like to get at least 1.5 pounds of greens a day, but that takes a bit. So anyhow, up in the omegas, up in the greens, and then just start kind of, here and there. And like I say, it's not going to be some drastic thing or some real thought out stuff, but just like, okay, I did the video last week or 2 weeks ago with the recipe with the pumpkin seeds. Now, I'm not going to be using that many because that was a little heavy, and when I make something like that, that's just once in a while. I'm not eating dressings like that every night. I don't see how people can eat that high-fat stuff every single night. Once again, what you do is your business. I'm just talking about for how my body feels. I just wouldn't feel good. It's like I have it one night and then I need 3 or 4 nights to kind of whatever. But the pumpkin seeds are really good for zinc and some other minerals. So I'm going to start trying to make more of an effort just to, maybe, and not necessarily every day, but maybe 3, 4, 5 times a week. Just a small, I won't even say a handful. I'm just almost like if you put your hand like that, what would fit like in that little kind of hollowed out bowl section of your hand, and just, a few of those. Selenium, same thing. I used to just eat, I ate like maybe 5 or 6 Brazil nuts a week, just to work on the selenium. So I'm going to just start kind of dabbling with little things like that. And see and just try to be very aware and try to see if my game keeps going up and up, and if I just keep feeling better and better and have more and more energy. I'll tell you, I went out for a walk this morning. I was like, I couldn't stop walking. I really couldn't. I went down to the park and I just kept, and there's this it's a circular thing. There's a trail that goes all the way around it. And I just kept going and I kept going. When I first started walking, I'd walk, listen to my thing, and sometimes I'd walk around it 3 times. If it was a good day, I'd walk around it 4 times. I just kept going today, and I got to 6. And I would have probably kept on going if I was like, nah, I need to get back. I need to get some work done before I leave tomorrow. So, but my energy level's just crazy through the roof. And like I say, it's not that jittery, like, I'm tweaking or anything. It's just like good, solid energy. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of see how I can up my game and try to use this raw food diet for optimal performance this summer. That little bit more protein might help me in the gym, because it is good plant protein, and it gets my omega-3s with those hemp seeds and the chia seeds. Okay, I'll finish with this. As I tell you guys all the time, you're probably never going to see any changes I do, and this is something I recommend, especially to people that have done this for a while. But even in the beginning, you got to give something a little bit of time. I'm not all for this completely everybody's always rehauling their diet completely, and that's just like, maybe you didn't give this what if you were just about a couple of weeks away from whatever way you were doing it, really starting to work in your body. So I just do little subtle things. I like to see, okay, oh yeah, that gives me a little bit more. So I'm gonna start trying to plug in some of those holes, and I want to see how far I can go with this thing. Who knows, maybe I'll live to be 147 or something. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.